Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians, and welcome to another Friday. For this Friday, we have two videos, both with the same title. We are going to start with the Dave Clark 5, the 1964 song called Because. This video is a request by Michael, one of our supporters on Buy Me Coffee, so thank you for your support and suggestion. Him and Jeff also suggested Because by the Beatles. So that's why we thought it's a good idea to separate these two instead of doing them in one video and make a Friday out of it. So we are very excited for them. We have never heard the Dave Clark 5, but apparently they were big rivals with the Beatles in the early 60s. So we are excited to experience that and see like how they sound like.
It's right that I should care about you and try to make you happy when you're blue. It's right to feel the way I do because I love you. It's wrong to say I don't think of you, 'cause when you say these things, you know it makes me blue. Give me one kiss and I'll be happy. Just to be with you.
Let's just wait here. I feel like let's just pause once. We've never done this on our channel, so I don't know about their copyright rules, even though it's an older band. But oh my god, I love, so far it's like such a minor thing, but I love the way that they change that pitch at the end of the phrases. Ooh, like at the end of it, I don't know, it's so iconic to in my ear. I don't know, I feel like it feels so natural for me to want to hear that, and I don't think we hear that happen a lot, so I don't know if it was their signature to do that or not, but that's very satisfying, that the ending of that word to go up.
Yeah, exactly. That also caught my ear, and I was like, "Oh, so interesting!" It's like when you open a present, like, and it's a surprise.
Yeah.
But the thing that also caught my ear was this. If you don't listen really carefully, you can't hear it. But in the background, it was I don't know. It's a synthesizer, or I don't know. I hear it a lot in the songs, but I don't know if maybe it's also a guitar or something. But it was something that was playing long notes and slow note, like long lines. But the fact that was very interesting was that it had a very wide vibrato, like yo 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 yo, like this. It was exactly like this in the very background, and it was adding to this, like, I don't know, the mood. I think it added a lot to the whole mood.
Yeah, the instrumentation was really interesting. I agree with you. There was so many subtle layers. I also heard, again, I don't know if it's a synthesizer or not, like little moments of like a flute or something, very little. So I'm having a hard time like singling the layers out, but you can hear from the full texture of it that there's a lot going on. So hopefully we can figure it out by the end of the song, that like what these instruments are. But okay, we are gonna talk about, I mean, I love the harmonizing together, but we're gonna listen to more of that and we'll talk more about that at the end. So here we go, the rest of the song.
Just to be with you. Give me a chance to be near you.
that's it. It's so super short and sweet. I heard that like in the second section because at first I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely sounds something with like air pipes, like something like organ that is also a wind instrument, but also like a keyboard kind of instrument. That's why I don't know if it's synthesizer or organ or I don't know, but it's a really familiar sound to me. I've heard it a lot, but I just I have it right now not in mind. What is that? But the crazy thing was that when you really listen carefully, you heard a lot of different instruments like acoustic guitar, electric guitar, so many different instruments, but it didn't sound at all like they were using so many instruments. It sounded like something very minimal, like not minimal as a style, like minimal, like less instrument, and so like maybe 2 or 3 instruments that repeats all the time. But if you would listen carefully, you could hear so many instruments, and that was crazy that it didn't felt like it has this much instruments. And I think that is the reason why you could get so many different vibes from this song. I mean, as I said, it didn't have like different sections or like crazy switches or something, but because of the variety of the instrument that they were using. For example, guitar acoustic, it feels always like more intimate or more alive, I would say, and also a little more like Western. For me, it a little had this Western movies, like old American movies vibe when I was focusing on the guitar acoustic. And with this this instrument that we talked about, it felt like really a little romantic and also a little like not melancholic, but a little and like a little like in your head and like dreamy or something. And then with the guitar electric, you know, it has like a kind of different but in a similar way kind of vibe.
Yeah, so I want to talk about two things that were very interesting to me. One of them I hinted about, like the harmonies, because again, it was interesting to see. I don't think there was a moment, or maybe I didn't listen that carefully, that I felt like there's just one singer singing. I think for the most part, we heard like a shared harmony. So it really felt like, I don't know, we're listening to not just like a singer and backing vocal. It was just like a singing ensemble. So that was very interesting because of maybe it was common for them, but definitely not common now. I wouldn't say we hear that a lot. It's usually like our brain is used to like a lead singer and then like backing vocals here, but here it really felt like we're listening to a bunch of people singing at the same time. But the other thing that was really interesting to me, it was the way that the harmony would move, but it didn't feel like, it felt like the resolution, they're just like stretching it and stretching it, and they don't want to resolve that harmony that early. And so we were curious, and we opened the chords obviously, and we figured something very interesting actually. The reason it feels like that, because of the way that they arranged this, especially like the beginning of each verse. It starts on a normal G major, but then they make it an augmented chord, so a D on the top becomes a D sharp, and I think that's the melody line that we hear goes up, and then a D6, so then it turns to an E on the soprano, and then G7. So the top part keeps going like half steps up, but then the base of the chord, or like the nature of the chord, is still a G. So you feel a little grounded, but at the same time you feel like, oh, where is this going? And then suddenly it gets resolved on an A minor, not resolved, but then the second, which is like chord number 2 in G major. So the whole like harmony progression was throwing us off when we were like looking at it. And then it has again D at some points, D major, and a D augmented. Again, that I think that feeling that we were liking it, that the melody goes up. I think that's why it was very charming, because it was making the major chord to an augmented chord, which was very interesting. But also, it says an organ solo, so maybe that instrument that we were wondering was an organ. It has the same chord progression in it. So if we start, and then the second verse of it, or so the second line of the solo, it has another chord progression that also repeats here: A minor, D major, G, and then E flat, which is like totally like out of place, you could say, and then it resolves on D major. So it's just like very, very interesting overall, the progressions that you have and the choice of chord. I think that's why it gave it like such a unique feeling that you said, like, I don't know, it just like it was a little unique to me. I don't know, maybe it was like the early rock and roll and this kind of chord progressions were more common. I don't know, like, if that's the case or not. Maybe we can like, maybe we should go listen to like 50s and 60s rock and roll, but they were just starting before like the 70s, because I think that's what we usually listen to, 70s, 80s, on this channel. So maybe if you guys have any suggestions for us, we can dig deeper in that era. I would be so interested to watch and like listen to songs from that era. So leave your suggestions below. But I think we can end this video here, because we have another video coming at 11 o'clock. So make sure you come back. We're gonna do the Beatles, the same title, 5 years later, and see what the difference is. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Drop your comments below. And if you want to support us more, there's a buy me a coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.
Bye.